coaches, let's talk about low ticket products and why they are bad for you, bad for your clients, and possibly even a bit unethical to sell. So I want you to think about your own personal experience when you've bought courses or ebooks or something that's very low cost, like, under $1,000. You paid $300 for some online course that was going to teach you how to run Facebook ads or something like that. Okay. Now, it may have felt good to purchase it and consume and learn new things. That's something that a lot of us feel good when we do. It feels like you're being productive. It feels like it's making a difference. It releases certain chemicals in your body when you learn something new. But all that aside, did you really get any quantifiable results from that low ticket product you purchased? Can you really tell me that it created XYZ change in your life or your business or your health or whatever it was, right? For me personally, when I think back to all the low ticket stuff that I purchased, most of the time I would log into like an online course and I'd be excited and I would, think, all right, I'm really going to commit myself to this. And then 20-30% of the way in, I pretty much totally forgot about it because I paid $97 for it. And as I was going through that material, I was coming up with lots of different questions and like holes in my mind that couldn't be plugged. And I didn't have anyone to ask because the product didn't come with coaching or Q&A. It was just a course. And so without knowing the answers to those questions of how to like foundationally do and set up what they were teaching me, watching further videos into the course didn't make sense, right? Another thing is I just wasn't as committed as I'd like to tell myself I was because I paid $97 for it. So it wasn't this big thing that was front of mind for me, okay? And so I know that things like books have changed, many, many lives. I love books, right? So we're really kind of splitting hairs here in a way because products can teach you how to think about something, okay? Books can teach you how to think. And they can tell you what you should do. They can tell you why you should do it. But when it comes to how to do something, that is where content that is made in advance is not effective, okay? I mean, I ordered a new bed frame the other day and it was only like 8 pieces and it came with a very simple set of instructions. Like if it's something like that, I could follow it, right? I didn't have to call in and do some Q&A with somebody from the bed company to figure out how to put it together. But if you're buying something that's going to tell you how to launch a successful business or something, or even if it's like a workout routine, but you have some special needs because you have some sort of pain and you need different ways to work around or a gentler way to ease into such an intense workout, like you'd need to talk to a trainer for that, right? And so there's way too much nuance in the how, like the actual execution to do it alone. You couldn't build a brand new Toyota 4Runner just because you were given the blueprint on how to do it. You would need somebody there to like coach you through it if you've never done it before, right? Just looking at some instructions is not going to be enough if you're brand new, right? And like you wouldn't write a book on that. It would just be a nightmare, right? So you have to realize that content teaches you what to do. Content teaches you why you should do it. But when it comes to how, content has limitations, okay? I didn't expect to go into this when I started filming this video, okay? But this is there's a delineation. There's like a split here that it's important that you're aware of, okay? Don't just buy some course that's going to tell you how to implement X, because it can't possibly be complete, because you're a unique person with a unique scenario, unique set of circumstances. You're going to have your own questions, your own challenges as you try to implement something, and your own like limiting beliefs and mental blocks and things. And that's where working with somebody, like working with a coach, helps you walk through those things. Okay. And so low ticket stuff, it's okay if it's only promising to teach you how to think. Here's what you should do. Here's why you should do it, right? If I like the next book that I write, I'm not actually going to have, step-by-step instructions on, how to log in and build an online course or run a YouTube ad, or, that would be insane. And it wouldn't be evergreen either, because a lot of those things are changing all the time. It's going to be about what to do and why to do it. So you need to know what you're getting into with free content. It can teach you philosophy. It can teach you how to think, which is extremely valuable. But when it comes to implementation of things, it has limitations, okay? And so I believe that you need to work with somebody. You need to work with a coach, whether it's in a group or one-on-one, to hold your hand and help you really implement something based upon your unique scenario. I could put a video out about how to come up with your ideal like customer avatar and the problem you solve, but knowing what it's like when I work with clients in our aligned coach workshop, there's tons of questions and resistance and, well, I don't sure, should I choose this niche, or should I do a little bit of done with you or done for you services, and what's in alignment with like who I love to spend time with and what am I currently excited about? Like, no video is just going to clear everything up for someone. They need a sounding board. They need someone to talk to. They need feedback from other people. And so this low ticket stuff, just trying to tie all this together in a bow, low ticket stuff often is presented as this is going to solve a problem for you, when a lot of the time it only paints a little piece of the picture, and it doesn't walk you through all the steps, and there's no way to get help and support because, someone can't afford to give you Q&A calls if they're selling you something for $300, right? It doesn't make sense. And so the stuff is limited. And so you should not be selling that stuff as like, this is going to solve your problem, nor should you waste time buying it yourself, because you're probably just going to have another online course that's unopened. Like, I have so many of those. I have an education folder in my bookmarks bar with all the different courses and stuff I've purchased, and I've only gone all the way through maybe like one or two out of just dozens of them, because they weren't giving me what I needed. What I really needed was to talk to someone and to have a diagnostic approach, where someone was like a doctor going to see a doctor, and they're like asking you questions and they're looking at your body and they're trying to figure out what's wrong with you. That's imagine if doctors just stopped seeing people in person and they said, this online course will help you diagnose what's going on with you. That would be insane, right? Well, the same is true for business, because there's a lot of moving parts in a business, just like in the body. And so you need someone to work with you. Okay. So I don't believe in low ticket products unless it's just like, hey, I'm just telling you right up front, this is a $47 mini course. It's just going to give you a high level overview of a successful business. It's not going to teach you the implementation. If you're like honest about that, I guess it's not unethical, but it's also just going to be a bit of an appetizer or a teaser for your ideal client. It's not going to get them the result that they really want, because they're not going to know how to implement the stuff that you teased them with. Okay. So I don't believe in low ticket. There's a lot of other reasons why, like it's really hard to earn a living messing with that. You should be starting out with high ticket. My mentor, who does $2 million per month in the consulting space, said, you just start with your back end high ticket product and you get that to $1 million a year in sales. And then you can think about adding on low ticket stuff as front ends, just to draw customers in and warm them up to you and build trust. And that's what these gurus are doing when you see them selling $7, $47 stuff. They know that's not going to solve all your problems, but it's going to warm you up to them, and it's going to build trust. And so I hope this has been helpful for you guys to understand how to think about low ticket, how to think about teaching the what and the why versus the how. When you guys are creating your content, I want you to think about teaching what people should do, telling them why they should do it, but save the how for your paid programs, because that's where you're going to be on a Zoom call with someone and you're going to be walking them through everything and actually helping them implement what your free content or your cheap content or your courses or whatever can't do. Cool. Hope that helps, guys. Have a fantastic day, and here's to your success. Peace.